Safe drivers see clearly. That's why starting January 1st, 2025, a new Kentucky law requires vision screening for anyone renewing a driver's license.
Clearly, the focus is on safer roadways.
Simply bring a completed vision screening form from your vision specialist to any driver licensing regional office, or get free vision screening at the time of renewal.
To view the details, visit drive.ky.gov.
I see what you did there.
A message from Team Kentucky and the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet.
Feeling the aches and pains of everyday life slowing you down? Introducing Blue Emu, America's #1 emu oil formula for pain relief. In a recent clinical trial, 91% of users saw improvement after using Blue Emu. Whether you're working hard, playing harder, or just staying active, Blue Emu penetrates deep to relieve joint and muscle pain fast. And best of all, you won't stink. Join the 91% who felt the difference. Find Blue Emu at your local retailer or online. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink.
New York's Attorney General is taking a swipe at Elon Musk after a judge's decision to extend a ban stopping the advisory Doge Group from accessing the Treasury's payment system. More from Andrew Whipman.
New York AG Letitia James, along with attorneys general in New Jersey, Connecticut, and 16 other states, sued Musk's Doge team, arguing they broke the law and endangered the private personal information of Americans by trying to access the sensitive information. James, in a statement Friday, said, quote, giving the world's richest man unauthorized access to our most sensitive personal information puts all Americans at risk.
The man accused of gunning down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in New York City is seeing no shortage of support. Kristen Marks with more on Luigi Mangioni's Friday court appearance.
It was quite the scene outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan where a crowd of supporters gathered.
I think the more important issue is the systemic murder of American people through healthcare insurance companies.
I think that he's innocent and we're putting him through this because they need to make an example of someone.
Meanwhile, the judge did not set a trial date. Mangioni's defense tried unsuccessfully to delay the case. Defense attorney Karen Friedman Agnafilo.
Luigi's right to a fair trial is being infringed upon because he is being publicly treated as guilty.
Mangioni, who remained shackled and wearing a bulletproof vest, could face a death penalty.
Former leader of the Proud Boys, Enrique Tarrio, is in police custody after being arrested by Capitol Police. Brian Shook reports.
It comes after Tarrio was holding a news conference with other Proud Boys members and Oath Keepers founder Stuart Rhodes. Police said Tarrio was arrested for simple assault after he allegedly hit the arm and phone of a counter-protester when they put it close to his face. The incident happened in between the U.S. Capitol and Union Station.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Danville Architectural Heritage Board is accepting nominations for their 2025 Preservation Awards, which recognize the efforts in Danville and Boyle County in preserving historic built environments. The awards help celebrate those people and stories that inspire the community and reinforce the importance of historic preservation in Danville and Boyle County. There are multiple categories for the awards: residential exterior restoration, commercial or institutional exterior restoration, adaptive reuse, educational preservation project by an individual or a group, an outstanding preservation project by an individual or group. The awards are presented in May. You can nominate a person or business for these awards at danvilleky.gov. And a man in Bardstown was arrested after a chicken fighting event. KSP say they received the tip about an organized fighting event at a location on Potter Shop Road in Nelson County. 37-year-old Aaron Thompson was arrested. I'm Joe Mathis.
If you needed major surgery, you probably would not choose a doctor who's never been to medical school. So when your car needs major repairs after a collision, why would you take your car to a body shop that's never been trained? Bob Allen Collision Center is among only 15% of collision repair businesses to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class shop. We know the latest repair technique, how to find hidden damage, and how to repair your car's critical safety features so they work properly again. With the safety of your vehicle and your family at stake, choose a trained repair professional location. Choose Bob Allen Collision Center.
Hi, it's Daryl, the cigar sommelier and owner of Smokin' Bourbon. I know you guys have been waiting, but the wait is over. We are now open for business. So come on down to Smokin' Bourbon, where you can smoke, sip, and chill.
Central Kentucky's newest cigar bar in Danville by the bowling alley in the Greenleaf Shopping Center. This big boss atmosphere is veteran-owned with connoisseur quality cigars and bourbon, creating a social destination. For more information, go to smoke-in-bourbon.com.
Now open.
It's 9:07.
This WHBN weather brought to you by the new Cabin Connections of Harrodsburg, providing the largest selection of playhouses, cabins, sheds, workshops, and more. Financing available, Cabin Connections of Harrodsburg.
Mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny today with a high of 39. Mostly clear tonight, low of 20. Sunny tomorrow, high of 45. Tomorrow night's going to be mostly clear, low of 31. Mostly sunny for Monday, high of 54. Chance of sprinkles Monday night and a low of 40. Partly sunny on Tuesday, high of 57.
As a business owner, you carry the weight of your company on your shoulders and know that time is money. Let 101 lift some of that weight by ordering your office supplies, keeping your printers printing, and managing your supply closet, all at no cost. 101 is ready to go to work for you. Call them and get an appointment with one of their consultants. Visit them on the web at come101.com. That's come101.com, or call them at 734-3536, or visit them at the Harrodsburg Herald.
It's time once again for Breakfast with the Basketball Coaches and Players, live from the old bus station restaurant on South Greenville Street. Breakfast with the Coaches is brought to you by Farmers National Bank, Jamie Dunn Shelter Insurance, 101 Business Solutions, The Big Deals online store at HometownLive.net, and the old bus station restaurant. Now let's go out live to the old bus station restaurant.
And good morning and welcome into the old bus station restaurant, the world famous, as some people like to call it. Most people always refer to it as the best breakfast in Harrodsburg, as a lot of folks down here this morning enjoying that atmosphere, and cold weather not keeping them out. And we've even seen one gentleman in here in short pants a while ago. I kind of scratched my head a little bit. But anyway, to each his own. As Gary True here with you, as my buddy Todd's out traveling on the West Coast, as the Department of Education money working well for us, I believe it is, as he's doing some conferences and different things. So got hopefully a lot on the agenda here this morning. And Jason, we appreciate you helping us get on the air, and we'll kick it right off as we've got Bergen boys head basketball coach Todd Klontz joining us. And Coach, appreciate you stopping in.
Good morning.
How's tell me a little bit about how the season finished up for you the last couple of weeks, I guess. Let's start off with.
Well, we're on the up note, I feel like. We struggled early on. Of course, we played some really tough teams to open the season, but seeing the growth of the kids through the year has been amazing. Last night, we lost a close one, but we played an excellent first half in about every game this season, and then for whatever reasons, mentally, physically, we would sort of break down in the second half. We'd have more turnovers in the second half than we had combined for the game, pretty much. First half would be rock solid, and but the last couple of weeks, we've started to put together the four quarters, and now it's 4 turnover issue, 2 or 3 rebounds at the end of the game that we got to clean up. And but I really like what they've done, and the effort and the emotion and the way they just keep digging. I feel like good things are going to happen for them.
So you got the victory over Casey County, I believe it was. Was it last night or night?
Monday.
Monday night. And close game with Thomas Nelson, I know you talked about. It's, I guess, as you've come down the season towards the end, you're talking about playing better basketball throughout, getting ready for Monday night as the district opens. Trinity Christian and Bergen will open up on Monday night, and we'll have that game on the Hometown Radio Network. So you've had, I believe, 3 games with them this year. I think you also went up against them in the All-A. Is that right?
That's correct, yes. This will be the 4th matchup. Will be Monday. The 2 of the 3 very competitive games. As a matter of fact, just what I was talking about, cleaning up a little bit at the end, and we would have won 2 out of those 3 games. One game we sort of went back to our old selves there in the second half, and they handled us pretty easy. But we had, like you said, we had the victory against Casey County. We went to Eminence and played that to the wire. Had our opportunities there again. 3 rebounds, 4 turnovers, and then last night against Thomas Nelson, the same outcome. So I really feel good about where we're at coming into Monday.
It's amazing. We had a game last night, and I was telling you earlier, Mercer County and Adair County, which Adair, depending on which poll you look at, was top 20 in the state. But, and it came down to like a couple of possessions towards the end where Mercer had gotten down early and they fought hard to get back, and they just had a couple of crucial turnovers that, sometimes I guess people refer to them as live ball turnovers. And when the turnover happened and it went on and created an easy basket opportunity, those are the ones that kill you more than ones that are just thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. It's that you got to go 100, and then you got to hit 0, and then you got to hit 100 again. It's not 100 the whole time, and definitely not 0. And teams are going to, in a close game, teams are going to turn the heat up on you at the end, and we've handled the backcourt pressure. It's when we get into the front court and we need to hit that 0 for a little bit and take a little time, we just keep going 100 and we'll make silly mistakes. If we figure out, hey, we got to beat this, get up there, and then we can come to 0 and take a look around, make a few passes, move the ball. We don't have to make something happen now.
Right.
And I guess that's, with a younger team and I guess you could say a little bit on the inexperienced side, that seems to be the most difficult thing to understand is when to go 100 and when to go 0.
Yeah, and being able to just slow down just a little bit.
Yeah.
To get the offense set up against what defense they might be
That's
running
right.
in terms of that. And some of that, I guess, falls on, the experience, the leadership, and now that you're getting close towards the end of the season, I know Coach Schouder's talked about it a whole lot with his young group. Is like, well, you're an 8th grader, but literally now you ought to be a freshman because you played a whole season, and it's at that point where, the experience is coming out. And like you say, they've been in these tough game, close game situations that should pay dividends for them, hopefully, down the road.
And that's ironic you bring that up with Coach Souter, because that's exactly what we talked about after the game last night was, we've been in this situation now enough that we got to start realizing, hey, we can slow it down. We don't have to force anything. We've got time, and there's been, on the flip side too, there's been a lot of growth. J.T. Osborne, our only senior, watching him, he's always had the motor. It's always go with him, and to see his growth, he's really grown in that side of it, is when to let some things go and when to force the issue. So we have had the growth there. Now it's just 2 or 3 minutes. If we can put that together, we probably have, quite honestly, 4 more wins on the season. We put that together.
So, you bring up a good point there. It's talking about just going from 100 to 0, but I guess as a coaching philosophy strategy, when you get to this time of year, and I'm talking district tournament, possessions become more valuable. You see teams start to slow the game down more. I mean, you don't see games in the 70s or the 80s in these tournament types because it's one and done. If you try to keep running, unless that's your philosophy and your team that's been doing it all year long. Last night, for example, Adair County averaged 74 75, 76 points a game. When they got the rebound, their first pass was almost a half court. They wanted to push. But Mercer, a good defensive team, was able to adjust, and they had a lot of just turnovers on their break. And you could just tell their coach was getting very frustrated with it because it was a tight game. And, yeah, if you're up 15, 16 points, you could maybe do that and get away with it, but that costs you a possession. Do you change your outlook once you get to this tournament type of settings?
In my philosophy, which may be wrong, is, we're going to do what we've done all year long. And then you have to adjust to what the other team's doing. You got to be able to adapt on the court. But I think, a lot of that depends on your team, too. For us, and that's the understanding we get, we're the type of team that every possession counts.
Sure.
And that's from the tip-off to the final buzzer. Some teams can get away with missing a block out, with throwing the ball away a couple of times. We're one of those teams that we have to understand that value in that basketball every trip, defensively and offensively down the court, is going, when that final buzzer sounds, it's going to be the difference in the game.
Right. So you mentioned JT there a few minutes ago. As a senior, talk a little bit about him and what he's meant to the Bergen basketball program throughout.
It's going to be hard to replace his motor. He wears it on his sleeve. Me and him have butted heads a few times, but I like that because there's a pulse there. He's in the game. He hides nothing emotionally or physically, and he'll throw his body in there whichever way he's got to do it, and everything is about going and getting it. And I love that about him, and we've got a couple others that'll play that same way, but when he walks away at the end of the season, however that ends, we've got to find that person that replaces that next year, and that's going to be some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, and it's, I guess, as a coach, you got that every year, whether it's a ball handler that just is your floor general, so to speak, or if it's just the guy that gets you those rebounds that you got to have, or the kid that you want the ball in their hand to make a shot when you're in a close game. But then you don't think about it as much, just a kid that really brings the energy and the competitive fire, so to speak, in every ball game is as vital as anybody.
Yeah, and like I said, we got 2 or 3 on the court, and that starting 5 that all play the same way. They come out there. Casey Taylor is probably as close to JT as far as throwing his body in there and giving it everything. And the great thing for us is we've got this year 5 people that I'm okay if the ball's in their hands. Not saying that we always make the right decisions every trip down the floor, but we can handle the ball. So moving forward, if you say we're going to take this guy out of the game on the point to kill the offense, we've had 3 to 4 people up top with the ball in their hands, so that's going to be a huge factor for us and coming into Monday night. You can't just say we'll pressure this guy and they'll have a hard time running their offense or getting the ball up the floor because we put the ball in about 4 different individuals' hands this year, depending on the circumstances, to get what we want.
Right, exactly. All right, well, let's take our first break. Mr. Jason, we'll send it back to you. You're listening here on the Hometown Radio Network to Breakfast with the Basketball Coaches down at the Old Bus Station, and we'll return back in 3 minutes on your Hometown Radio Network.
Would you like to receive a free gift? Refer a friend or family member to Farmers National Bank and receive your free gift. It's simple. Visit the bank's website at fnbky.com. And when your friend opens a Farmers National Bank checking account, you receive a free gift. Stop by a Farmers National Bank office in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Liberty, Middleburg, Perryville, and Stanford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As a business owner, you carry the weight of your company on your shoulders and know that time is money. Let 101 lift some of that weight by ordering your office supplies, keeping your printers printing, and managing your supply closet, all at no cost. 101 is ready to go to work for you. Call them and get an appointment with one of their consultants. Visit them on the web at come101.com. That's come101.com, or call them at 734-3536, or visit them at the Harrodsburg Herald.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
I'm Jamie Dunn, your local Shelter Insurance agent. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
They'll be in trouble. They can't guard this man. They're not a very good defensive team outside of that 3-2. But in that 3-2, they're hard to handle.
All right, welcome back in with Breakfast with the Basketball Coaches Show down here at the old bus station on Saturday morning in Harrodsburg as district tournament time rolling in as it'll start on Monday night. Take a look here as bring up the bracket that we've got. Boys action starts on Monday night as Coach Klontz and the Bergen Bulldogs will take on Trinity Christian on Monday night. That game to tip off at 7 o'clock at Mercer County as Mercer is the host this year. Then on Wednesday night, the winner of that game will come back and play at 6 o'clock against Mercer. And then the 7:30 game on Wednesday night is West Jessamine and East Jessamine. The two winners of those games meet on Friday for the district championship. And Coach Klontz, who's with us, and appreciate him very much for being down here this morning. And the game against Trinity Christian, we were kind of talking about there just a little bit off the air, but gone against them 3 times this year. It's going to be the 4th. Do you look for them to do anything any different or just continue what they've pretty much done most of the season?
I think based off our last matchup, I believe they were so successful in what they did. I look for them to at least come out doing the same thing. And like we were talking, they're so disciplined in that 3-2, and they've run it for so much and so many minutes. They know where to be at, and no matter what set we show them, it's going to really come down to us being patient and willing to work that ball and move it until we get the look we want.
So as we talk a little bit about the tournament coming up, different things, but obviously just real quick, Mercer was lost last night to Adair County. Titans will finish the regular season 19-10. They were 11-2 against region competition. Had a pretty tough stretch coming down the last couple of weeks, and with Bergen looking at as you guys, and I know the weather really seems like this year had more of a chaos that it threw into everybody's games getting canceled and trying to scrounge around to find makeup days and games like that. It's been pretty tough on you guys to try to to be administrators, I guess, so to speak, to make those changes happen, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, it has. It's like I said, I thought we were going to end up with being lucky to get 24 games in, and we managed to get 28 in, so I'm pretty pleased with that. But yeah, practice, missing 2 days in the gym and then having to come and play a game or make that decision not to play and practice instead. It's been a rough season.
So I know you talked a little bit about it, but I was just kind of looking through the schedule here that you had, and a lot of close ball games, 4 points, 5 points, some different ones. But you've and I know you said you opened up with Bull and Mercer your first 2 games right out of the bat, and then Garrett County, East Jessamine, Frankfort, which is usually typically a tough team. So the Bulldogs are definitely battle tested, so to speak, as getting ready to go into this district tournament coming up here starting Monday night.
Well, it's, when you sit down at the beginning of the season, you try to determine, you want to win games. Everybody wants to win. And do you set up a schedule to where, the record looks good at the end of the season? Everybody gets that warm, fuzzy feeling. Become district time, you're sort of shell-shocked. And for me, getting to play possibly 2 to 3 extra games at the end of the season, I tell the kids all the time, when it comes to Monday night, everybody's 0-0. Everything you've done up to this point is preparing for that part of the season, and regardless of record, you win Monday, comes down to 1 game to get to play 2 more, and anything can happen in 1 game, and you get that game and you get to play, then it doesn't matter what the record is. It's all icing on the cake from there. So we try to balance it with competitive games and then tough games. We didn't have to. We picked up Taylor County, played them knowing that was a tough opponent. And like I said, we've most of those tougher games for a half we battled, and I always tell the kids, first time around, okay, let's see where we're at. But that second time around, like the Mercer game, they still handled us pretty easy in the second half, but it was a major improvement from our first matchup, and that's what I'm looking at. Are we getting better, or are we staying the same, or are we going the wrong direction? So everything for this team has been on the up as far as getting better, and like I said, it comes down to 2 or 3 minutes of the game. We just got to manage that 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, I remember the Mercer game out there compared to the first game at your place back early in the season. I guess the second game of the season, to see the improvement and the growth of not just necessarily the individual kids. And I think I mentioned to you earlier, Landon Sexton, I thought was just a kind of almost unstoppable at times there. But I thought collectively as a team, y'all were so much better than what it was second game of the season.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was. You could say we lost by 15 in the first half, and we lost by 15 in the second half, which, depending on how you break that down, could be a positive. It still adds up to 30, but but I tried to build on that and tell them, and I was ecstatically impressed with our effort. We don't always make the right decisions. We don't always take the right shots, but the effort has been there tirelessly. And I told them early on, to win, you have to compete first, and we're competing. So hopefully that worm will turn Monday night.
Well, good deal. Coach, I tell you what, I greatly appreciate you stopping in this morning. Hopefully you had a good breakfast, and it's been great catching up with you and the Bergen Bulldogs, and we sure wish you guys the best of luck. Monday night we'll be there to broadcast the game, and like to see the Bulldogs pick up that victory.
Awesome time. Thank you very much for having us.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you. As we'll continue on here with Breakfast with the Basketball Coaches, as I know Coach has got some things to go do, and certainly appreciate him stopping in as Coach Sparrow is here, and we'll get him on the radio headset here. But the Bergen Lady Bulldogs, I believe, actually have a game this afternoon.
5 o'clock.
Wrapping up their regular season, 5 o'clock with Washington County. So
it'll be their senior night.
Gotcha. Yes, sir. As Coach Monson's been down to visit with us a couple of times, and they're very close to 500. They've had a good season, and look forward to seeing them in the district tournament, as well as they will take on West Jessamine in the Tuesday night matchup. So should be some good games out at Mercer County coming up this week. And if you're able to get out there and see them in person, the weather's going to warm up a little bit, I think. That's going to be good to see. And then also have the opportunity to listen to it on the Hometown Radio Network. So Jason, I'll take an early break here, and then we'll get Coach Sparrow in here and get him set up. So you're listening to Breakfast with the Basketball Coaches Show down at the old bus station in Harrodsburg. We'll return after these few messages.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
As a business owner, you carry the weight of your company on your shoulders and know that time is money. Let 101 lift some of that weight by ordering your office supplies, keeping your printers printing, and managing your supply closet, all at no cost. 101 is ready to go to work for you. Call them and get an appointment with one of their consultants. Visit them on the web at come101.com. That's come101.com, or call them at 734-3536, or visit them at the Harrodsburg Herald.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
I'm Jamie Dunn, your local shelter insurance agent. We're your shield, we're your shelter.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us show you what uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
All right, and welcome back in as we are back here with Breakfast with the Basketball Coaches Show down at the old bus station here in Harrodsburg, as joined now by Coach Austin Sparrow with the Campbellsville University Harrodsburg men's team. Coach, appreciate you joining in with us. You guys been over at the Rock this morning with Upward?
Yes, sir. We've been out officiating the Upward games. It gets real intense over there. No, it's really good to see the kids and see how they enjoy the game of basketball.
Hopefully you don't dish out any technical fouls or anything over there.
No technicals, no technicals, all good vibes.
That's good. That's good. So, all right, well, catch me up a little bit. I know we did the game senior day actually last Saturday, men and women's against Simmons College, and You guys had the big come-from-behind victory there in the second half to defeat Simmons College. And how was the vibe for Senior Day? I mean, gosh, you had so much going on. You had recruits in there, and then trying to coordinate Senior Day festivities with parents and families of kids. I mean, you had your hands full, didn't you?
It was a lot. I kept joking around with people of like, hey, do you know where there's a basketball game being played tonight or not? You know, but no, it's we had 6 awesome seniors this year, and it was great to be able to honor them and their families. Their families are really great. It's a part of what makes our program great is the connection with player coach, and then also player family and coach family. You know, tell all those families, you know, they make sacrifices just as much as the players do to come and attend and be a part of our school and our program, and you know, to give their son up to us for, you know, almost about 6 months a year.
Right.
You know, so honoring them was special, and then the way that we played, you know, it was. I thought every recruit in the building could see how much heart our team had, and that was all I could ask for, is for them to see how fast and how physical that we play, but also see with how much heart and intentionality that we play with. And the second half, holding Simmons to 29 points is still one of the best defensive performances that I think that we've ever had.
Yeah, and I mean, it's got to be a plus when you think about with the recruits and their families coming to visit the campus. Just the atmosphere there with the crowd that was in it. Probably, I would think, the largest crowd that I had seen this year there. And so that's got to be a positive for those kids to say, yeah, that's something I'd like to come be a part of.
Yes, sir. I thought not only the families but the community really showed out last weekend. I think it's something that, to be honest, needs to continue to happen.
Sure.
You know, there's a lot of games we play throughout the year that I think people are like, oh, we didn't know it was going on, and there's a lot of people I've seen that in the community want to come out and be a part of it. And I just challenge everybody, look at our social media page. If you got time on Saturdays, we play a lot of games on Saturdays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. If you've got time those days, I promise it's worth the price of admission. You're going to see somebody diving on loose balls. You're going to see block shots. You're going to see dunks in transition. You're going to see this guy Colton pulling up from 34 feet. So it's fun and entertaining, and it's definitely worth the price of admission. So we'd love to see people continue to come out over the next couple of seasons.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's I don't know if it's I don't want to say an unknown product, but you know, there's a lot of things going on anymore. But still, when you've got college basketball, and I'd say that literally, because the talent that you're seeing on the floor is, I mean, it might be the same that you could think that, hey, this kid could play SEC or OVC or Division I somewhere or another, because I mean, there's been some big time kids that you're just kind of, your jaw drops when you see what they do.
Yep. Well, I still joke with Warner Bryan. I think he is a Division I tight end for somebody for football, and we've got a lot of big physical kids, and there's been some kids that come in for other teams that put up some great nights. You know, not just fun for our team and to see our team and how we play, but we play in a very tough league. A lot of people don't know what the NCCAA is, but it's a good product of basketball, and I think they would be shocked with the athleticism and the basketball ability of these kids.
Absolutely, and the games have been, the ones that we've done here has been very, very close. Come down to the wire on a couple occasions. I know there's been a couple blowout wins that y'all had that we broadcast, but whether it was Simmons or I remember back to Braden Smith hitting a game-winning shot against Miami.
Hamilton.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it was Hamilton or Middletown, but and it's just that close in a lot of the competition. So so we got the NCCAA Mid-East Regionals coming up next Friday and Saturday. Is there a schedule for that yet?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The women's team is going to kick it off against Welch College at 2 o'clock on Friday, February 28th. The award show is going to be following that at 4 o'clock, our Mid-East Regional Awards. Player of the Year will get not nominated, but honored. Newcomer of the Year will get honored. Freshman of the Year will get honored. Coach of the Year will get honored. And then they'll honor the first team and second team guys for the Mideast region. And then the 5 o'clock game will be the first men's game on Friday. And that'll be Boyce College, who is the number 2 seed in the Mideast this year, versus Simmons College, who is the number 3 seed. And I think that's going to be a really tough matchup. They played last night at Simmons Arena, and Simmons won by 14. I think at Boyce won by about 16 or 15. So it'll be a good heavyweight matchup. And then we'll play at 7 o'clock on Friday against Welch College. We're the number 1 seed. They're the 4 seed. So it should be a great weekend of basketball.
Gotcha. And then the 2 winners meet on Saturday. I guess the women's game will be the first game probably on Saturday, and then men's Saturday second game.
Yes, I believe the women start at 12 o'clock on Saturday, and the men are at 3.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it's a great opportunity for Mercer County and the surrounding areas to come out and watch some great college basketball. It's going to be played out at Campbellsville University Harrodsburg at the athletic complex, and there'll be 3 games there on Monday night and then 2 on Saturday as well. So looking forward to that. But appreciate it. As let's take a quick break and let these guys get some bite of their food that's been delivered before it gets cold, and then we'll come back and talk to Mr. Colton Ralston. So you're listening to Breakfast with the Basketball Coaches Show down here at the old bus station in Harrodsburg.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
As a business owner, you carry the weight of your company on your shoulders and know that time is money. Let 101 lift some of that weight by ordering your office supplies, keeping your printers printing, and managing your supply closet, all at no cost. 101 is ready to go to work for you. Call them and get an appointment with one of their consultants. Visit them on the web at cometo101.com. That's ComeTO101.com, or call them at 734-3536, or visit them at the Harrodsburg Herald.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
I'm Jamie Dunn, your local shelter insurance agent. We're your shield, we're your shelter.
All right, welcome back in. We'll do our final segment here at Breakfast with the Basketball Coaches Show down at the old bus station. And Colton, I apologize for the static that's going on. This little transistor radio giving me a little bit of trouble here this morning. So joining us now is Colton Ralston, sophomore guard with CU Harrodsburg Pioneers out of Lincoln County. Remember doing games with when the Titans, we do Mercer's games as well, and remember doing those games when you were dressing out for the Patriots and hit some big baskets against the Titans those games. So tell me a little bit about how your sophomore season's going so far.
Oh, it's going great. I love it over here in Harrodsburg. I mean, it's basically my home away from home. It's been a good time, good guys, good coaches. Good competition, and it's good basketball too. Absolutely. So it's been good.
So you get an opportunity like this morning, coach gets you up out of bed. I know he told me the other day something about half of my guys don't even get up before 9 o'clock to come down here for the show. So I guess he found somebody that did, and you volunteered, and you guys have been over helping out with the Upward Bound program this morning. Great to get out and be part of the community.
Always. It's always good to wake up, and it's for the kids, too. I mean, they're young. We was all in that position one time, too, so just being there for them, and it means a lot to them, too. So
talk to me a little bit about transitioning from high school to college. How has that been for you?
It's been good. It's a completely different game. It's faster, stronger. I mean, really the summer before you go into college to play ball, it's like the biggest summer you can have just to transition into it. And it takes a while to like get your feet right to get to the college level. But once you like get the groove going, you start rolling and everything works out for itself.
And how much is just confidence in yourself? I mean, obviously when you're a senior at Lincoln County and you're playing, you're the experienced guy. You know the ropes, you know all that. Then you step in as a freshman at the college, and like Coach was talking about, Warner Bryan, somebody that looks like he played tight end Division I. He might do the same thing in an NFL type of body, but it's a challenge to go against those older guys, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you go from being the big guy on campus, and then you go back to being a freshman. So, I mean, it's different, but you're still playing ball at the end of the day. So, really, you just got to have confidence in yourself to go against anybody.
So, give me a name or two on the team that when you came in as a freshman, who did you look to as like a mentor or somebody that's kind of helped you along for the Pioneers?
I would say when I was in my old school at Asbury, I was talking to some of the guys like last year, and Braden Smith and Warner Bryan like kind of took me under their wing, and I'm with them about every day, talk to them every day, and they're really good mentors for me. They've been good to me.
Good deal. So as you guys are getting ready for this Mid-East region tournament coming up, now you got a little bit of time between your last game of the regular season, practicing a whole lot. Obviously, you've gone against Welch College, who you'll face. You faced them twice this year. Do you prepare differently for that, or is it going to be continue the same type of things you expect to see from them, or?
I think we'll prepare the same way we always have for them. I mean, they got the same players they've had. They're going to do the same thing. It's going to be a really good game Friday at 7, but I think we prepare the same way, and just, I mean, really we just got to play hard and go after them and throw the first punch.
Yeah. So as the season's gone along, take me back to which game you think was your best game you had this season.
I don't remember the team's name. We was in Arkansas. It was the third day. I think they were from Texas. It was probably my best game, though. It was a good game. We was about to head back, and snow was coming down that night, but it was a good game.
Seems like snow's been coming down about every day. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really sick and tired of it.
I am too.
So as you have gone throughout this season and so forth, and when I know Coach has talked about it there a little bit, and at the games that I've been to, I've seen a lot of recruits there. You were in that position, obviously, when you went from senior at Lincoln to picking your college choice. Do you guys get much time with them? Do you all talk to them much? Do they ask you questions?
I mean, some of them we do. Like the ones around here, like I've talked to some of them guys a few times, just like telling them about it, because some of them ask questions and stuff. I have friends that are being recruited too by Harrodsburg, and the ones that I don't really know, not much, but like once they get here and on campus, like if they want to talk to us, they always can and stuff like that. But we try to just help them out if they really need anything or have any questions. So.
Well, and it's good to have and I say local because really you are 12th region product, and somebody like that could share the experience of what it's been like and what you the positives that you like at CU Harrodsburg and the whether it's the family atmosphere or the culture or whatever it might be, is obviously a positive thing and so forth. So what are you studying at school?
So right now I'm a pre-chiro major, and I'll go into chiropractic school next year.
Gotcha. And obviously I know I think it was a week before last I had the opportunity to talk to Mr. Brown, and he talked about the chiropractic school getting the I believe it's the accreditation that they've been working on getting. So that's obviously a huge thing for the school, and I guess really gives them the opportunity to do a whole lot more.
Yeah, it's a great program over there. I think it's the only one like 8 hours from here, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember my wife's cousin ventured out into that program, and I think they had to go to Atlanta, I believe it was, for the school that was closest. I think it was either there or maybe St. Louis at the time. I can't remember for sure, but at that point. So, do you get out to back to Lincoln County and watch any games throughout the season?
Yeah, I'm a homegrown boy, so I love Lincoln County. I would do anything for anybody in Lincoln County. I went to a game last night. I've probably been about half of them this year because a lot of my friends are still on the team, guys I grew up with, like neighbors and stuff. But I love Lincoln County, and I would do anything for it. So.
Gotcha. Well, it's in close proximity, obviously, with all the folks around in the 12th region, whether it's in the 45th district, the 46th district, different ones. But not really. Coach Hates here. Do you know him?
I don't think so.
You don't know him? You're probably missing out on all kinds of stuff, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, he's our football guru right here. Helps us with Mercer County football. A long-time player and coach with the Titans and Harrodsburg Pioneers, and now CU Harrodsburg. So he's continuing in the Harrodsburg program. But so what to get into this Mid-East region tournament, as you guys are coming up on here towards the end of the season, what's the biggest thing that you think will be the most important for the Pioneers to do to come away and get this championship?
Well, we pride ourselves on the defensive end of the floor, so we'll definitely have to get stops. We'd like to get kills. That's called 3 stops in a row. I think if we end up getting more stops and we hit shots, I think we'll win the game.
Gotcha. Good deal. So anybody listening to you this morning on the radio?
It was like a last-minute thing, so I didn't tell anybody to turn in. So.
Well, I was going to give you a chance to shout out to any family members out there or anybody back in Lincoln County. But just talking there a minute ago with Coach Claunch from Bergen, and the districts are coming up. And if you're in high school basketball in this area, it's a big thing as the local communities get out, get involved in that, and in the 12th region as well, which is a very competitive tournament each year. So it's an exciting time. And then with the Pioneers hosting the Mid-East region this weekend coming up, it's also going to just add to that. So appreciate you stopping in, and we'll let you get back to that breakfast before it gets cold. Best of luck to you coming up this week, and hopefully we get to call the knocking down some 34-footers.
I hope so. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. We'll hand it back over there to Coach Sparrow real quick here, and we'll finish up. Dano, I'm sorry, buddy, that my other headset conked out on me, so to speak. So you know how that goes. All right, Coach, any last thoughts coming up as you guys get ready for this next endeavor in the tournament?
It's going to be a big-time weekend. I think not just for our team, but the community. You've got 6 other teams, 6 other programs coming into our hometown and experiencing what Harrodsburg has to offer. I'm excited to see that. We've been waiting 5 years to be able to host this regional tournament, and it's something that I'm going to take a lot of pride in this weekend, and I think our team is as well.
Gotcha. So does it rotate around to each school?
Each school, yes,
so
sir.
You get it every 5 years? And with them coming in to the area, they'll be probably coming in, staying a couple of nights, depending on if they win or lose and play on Saturday. It's going to be a burst for the economy as well here in town.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Folks will see some buses rolling around and being able to get some other schools. Welch College, I believe, is from Gallatin, Tennessee. You got Boyce and Simmons are both from Louisville area.
Yes, sir.
So some good opportunity, and look forward to getting to be out there and watch it, because it should be some very competitive basketball.
We're excited. Like Colton said, we're going to take pride in defense and really slide our feet, make sure that we don't put anybody in the situation to win the game at the free throw line.
I understand that. That was a little, I guess, jab at the last game, right?
We just foul too much. We've got to make sure that we don't foul this weekend. We don't, like I said, we want to put it in our hands and make sure that we're able to win the game with us, scoring around 80 to 76. That's usually our MO. When the game gets higher than that and scores end up in the higher 80s and 90s, I tell our guys it's way too many points for both teams. We've really got to lock in on the defensive end, and I think we are actually the #1 team in the country in block shots. And I think we're averaging about 8 or 9 steals a game on top of that. So we're getting roughly 15 to 12 extra possessions a game, and I think that's enough to separate us from every team that we play. Just got to capitalize on them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know the games I've done, it seems like whether it's Frederick or Warner Bryan or Elmore, different ones inside that have been the rim protector, so to speak, and blocking those shots.
The crazy thing is this guy right here is our 3rd leading shot blocker behind behind Frederick and Warner Bryan.
Wow, I did not know that. That's impressive from the guard standpoint. So got some hops to get up there and do some of that stuff.
We don't know how he does it, but it's awesome to see. He ends up with 1 or 2 a game.
Well, he's in the right place. Good job defensively getting where he needs to be to make that play happen.
Yep.
Good deal. So what else you got going on this afternoon?
We've got practice. We're going to start with our prep for Welch College. That's our first round matchup. We've been talking with the guys about making sure that we don't look past each game. Sure. Now that it's postseason play, you got to go 1-0 every single day that you play. In our league, it's unfortunately we don't get any rest days, so it's very easy for the guys to go ahead and start thinking about what they're going to do the next day, how they're going to prepare, and we talk about just having amnesia, shutting everything off, and just focusing on where you are at that current moment, and trusting our coaching staff to have everything else laid out and prepared for them. And I think we have the team that trusts us this year, and I think, to be honest, I have a team that I trust, and I think that Friday and Saturday they're gonna make Harrodsburg proud.
So, last thing here, quickly run through your seniors. I know just have a couple minutes left, but talk to me quickly about what they've meant to your program.
Ethan Bailey, phenomenal teammate. He's came in multiple times this year and hit perimeter shots for us. Big time dude. Sebastian Dixon, another great practice guy for us. I mean, he was absolutely lighting it up yesterday at practice. Nakir Joyce, he's been our rock. That's my guy. If you come to a game, you'll see our relationship. And then you've got Warner Bryan, transferred over from Asbury, and he's been a phenomenal get for us. Big man inside, anchoring it down. Jeremiah Williamson had a big-time performance against Simmons. And then Elijah Fry, our Lincoln County guy. So thank you to those seniors. We really appreciate it.
All right. Well, best of luck to the Pioneers this Friday. Invite the community to get out and watch some good basketball this coming weekend out at Campbellsville University, Harrodsburg.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, Coach, for being with us, and we'll wrap it up. You've been listening to Breakfast with the Basketball Coaches Show down at the old bus station. Have a great Saturday.
And Farmers National Bank. Join us again that same time next week for Breakfast with the Basketball Coaches every Saturday morning from 9 till 10, live at the Old Bus Station Restaurant on South Greenville Street on AM 1420, 99.5 FM WHBN, and streamed on the World Wide Web at hometownlive.net. WHBN Harrodsburg, the Rooster, has been your community voice since 1950.